man, that's one scary bird. It's full of salt. I'm not lugging salt around for no apparent reason. That scrawny old forklift hasn't worked in years. A couple red hot chilies? I bet we could mess that bird up pretty bad with some chilies. It won't eat them if I throw them at it though. That won't help. Won't work, man. Don't think that'll do any good, man. That won't help. No way I'm going closer, man. That bird might bite my head off. There's no way I can catch that lever from this angle. There's no way I can catch that lever from this angle. That won't help. There's no way I... It's full of salt. I'm not lugging salt around. It's an old bucket of white paint. I don't need that. Hey, lady!
Please, you can call me Lena.
How come you in such a hurry, lady?
Well, I just talked to my professor over at the university. And let's just say he's made some enemies in the academic world recently that have made us a bit nervous.
Enemies? What kind of a professor is he?
You haven't heard of Professor Steepleganger Moorhead? Let me enlighten you. When I first started working for him, I was just as convinced as anyone else that he had a screw loose.
What? He's nuts?
Not exactly. You see, Moorhead was once a highly recognized scientist, a real big name in geology. But ever since he started lecturing about conspiracies and cover-ups, he completely lost all the credibility he had built up over the years. The only reason the university keeps him on the payroll is because there would be an outrage in the educated world if he was given the boot. Whether he's nuts or not, he deserves the position. Anyhow, having worked with him for a while, I started realizing that whether he was crazy or not, much of the research he set me on came up blank.
Blank? Why?
Not sure. I started getting really suspicious. Someone had been erasing their tracks very thoroughly. Whole records have disappeared from the libraries. Old newspaper prints have been removed. Even old family photo albums I've looked up have been obviously edited and smeared. And no one except Moorhead is questioning this. The only lead I've found so far that hasn't been removed is this book of yours. I need to hide and make sense of it before this too is erased. That is why we are in a hurry to get the airplane going.
How did you know to search for the book here?
The professor received a letter about the book and he sent me to go look it up. I just figured it was sent by whoever lived here.
So who's covering everything up?
Well, many signs point toward Armando Electric. And the more I'm looking into it, it seems like the government is in on it as well.
The government?
Sure. Do you realize how many new laws have come into existence the last couple of years regarding the Underland? Obviously, someone wants to keep the people in the dark regarding what is really going on down there.
What do you think they're hiding?
I'm not sure. You remember how when our generation were kids, we used to hear stories about the amazing Underland?
Sure. Me dad used to read us stories about it all the time.
Same here. Now compare that to what it's like now. Ever since the Power Co started their operations in the Underland, the stories have all twisted. Now all we hear about the Underland is how dangerous it is, and how incredibly illegal it is to so much as glance over the edge.
Well, it probably is dangerous. You do realize those were just children's tales, right? Probably just written to protect us from the scary stuff.
Believe what you wish. What is fact and what is fiction isn't really relevant since both of them are being erased. Either way you look at it, something very fishy is going on, and I'm sure this book will shed some light on things.
Tell me about the professor.
Professor Moorhead? Sure, he's a real nutcase according to most people. But I've started believing in his crazy conspiracy theories. Or maybe not so much believe in them as at least realize that there's something in them worth looking up. I'm his assistant at the Augubo University in St. Armando, by the way, if I didn't make that clear.
So what was this cover-up all about?
I don't really know. All I know is that someone is hiding something very, very well, and the professor and me are hell-bent on finding out what is being covered up. We think it has something to do with the power company's recent projects in the Underland, but we aren't sure.
I'll go hunt for parts. See you later, lady.
Happy hunting!
These two chairs used to be very comfy once upon a time, until the rodents ate all the juicy padding. I better not poke at these buttons. I don't even remember what half of them do. That's my farm of cacti. Cacti rule. That's my farm of cacti. Cacti. The plaque says, reminder, remove hens and rodents from dorsal hatch before takeoff. No problems, they're already removed. The hens kept laying eggs in the fuel ducts, so we had to kick them out. And the rodents abandoned ship long ago when all the tasty cushioning in the chairs ran out. No wonder Keto smells like fish when he sleeps in this slimy thing. I'll borrow it, just in case I need to catch something. That's Keto with his beloved toolbox. Count and Dodo gave it to him back when we were kids. They've been inseparable ever since. I found this old bike once in the bay, and Keto hotted it up like crazy. That's me and Keto on our Rasta bike. The front wheel couldn't touch the ground, so we had to get off and push it to change direction. What a lovely bike that was. Those are Keto's blueprints. They're all nonsense to me. Those are they're all We don't need to raise anchor now.
Yo man, what's up?
How's it going, Keto?
I'm working hard here. This here airplane hasn't been airborne since Dodo was around. The poor thing is falling to pieces.
You'll fix it. I'm sure, man. Man, I forgot what parts I was looking for.
Oh, bananas, Buana. We missing a whole lot of stuff. For starters, we are missing both engines. Also, both the yoke and one of the propellers is missing.
See you later, buddy.
Keep it up, Buana.
Hey, bud, does this help?
Thanks, Mon, but I got all the tools I need.
I think I'll keep it. I think... I can't reach it with that. I can't reach it with that. I can't reach it with that. I'm not wasting my cool stuff on Rufus. That won't help. There's no way I can catch that lever from this angle. There's no way I can catch that lever. Hey, we got power now. Let's not pick at it.